Alright, guys, let's do a few missions with our friend, the Green Wildfire, which technically should be Green Lantern, but obviously we don't have access to the Lantern name. So normally I would have done the vault before, but today is a special day. We have a special vault for the Christmas seasonal. So let's get started with that. Okay, so I wasn't sure before if there was a few different variations of the vault, but there seems to be. Essentially, I've done it like two or three times before this, and pretty much always had the same thing. Essentially, you had those big Christmas ball bouncing around while you're destroying the gifts. So I guess now this is the second variation I've seen where we have the traditional bombs. So I guess we'll have to wait and see if there's maybe another a third variation that I haven't seen yet. We'll see. So let's see what we got. We already have that, and that's and crystallized the snowflake. Oh well. Did not really expect much. Okay. I will try to do a few duos, but I'll probably just do a few solo missions. We'll see. Oh, before I forget, essentially I'm in the process of reorganizing my bases. The reason why I try to have pretty much the same setup with every bases is that when you have a lot of bases, it gets confusing to know where the teleporter is in this specific base, or where the bank is, or where the vendor is. So it can get confusing quite a lot. So a way to simplify that is to have every bank, essentially to have one spot for every single bank, one spot for the teleporter, one spot for the. So even if you go in a base where you're not sure, is it the broker or is it the something else that's supposed to be here? Since everything is pretty much at the same place, it makes it a bit easier to orient yourself and know where is what. Before we go, let's make sure our generator, our mainframe is, we're fine. 57 days, 18 days. Again, it may seem self-evident, but when you have a lot of bases, it gets confusing real quick. So let's take a minute to make sure. Essentially, I want to check if I can start the solo missions while I queue for the duos, or if I should wait 3 over 5, 1 of 5, 1 of 5. Okay, so yeah, we can easily do the missions and queue for the duo all at the same time. We probably could have anyway, but it's just trying to maximize essentially the amount of times I will get the bonus bosses and the missions. So let's queue for let's queue for all of them, and we'll see which one pops. It was quick. The other night I waited and waited, and none of the duos would actually pop. So let's give a little greeting to our friend. With a guy who's 145, there's little point in even switching to DPS. He's going to pretty much one shot almost everything.
It doesn't belong to you, but it can. It shows very little desire and vexabitur zealous. You will not
So I may as well give him power and so that it maybe will help him burn through everything if he never runs out of power. We'll try not to break the stone. Oh, too late. And the Black Lantern cape looks pretty nice in black and purple. Hi there, just doing a few missions with our Green Lantern.
Time to scoop up some envy energy. Wait, what are you all doing here? Good thing I brought a paperclip and a wool sock.
At least this part is entertaining. Fight for me. Who truly envies my power?
Heroes, schmeros. You're too dumb to realize your mistake.
Invenire invidia. You can't have what is mine. I have the genius of Batman. Me.
Oh, let's help our friend with James, even if I don't really need to.
I thought I could finish my little venture before you'd notice I was here. Stealing? Only if you want to be crude. I like to call it acquisitions.
She doesn't need me, but I kind of like it when people stick around to help me when I do it, so I usually try and stick around to help other people too. That was good. Oh, my thumbs up was half a second too late. It happens. So let's see, do we get a box? Oh yeah, we got a box. So what's in the box? A neck piece, which we already have. A ring, that's no good. A neck, that's no good. Oh well, it happens. This is what I would call my solo loadout, my solo troll loadout, if I can say so. Essentially, it's a loadout where I use triage, which is somewhat nice heal over time, I guess, for a controller. Light Blast is my controller debuff. It reduces enemy defenses. Strafling Run is essentially some big jets that drops bombs and do a lot of damage. Impact is the train that also gives power over time. The Light Barrier is the shield that protects my character. And the Grasping Hand is it's a debuff. I'm sure I'm going to say it at some point. It reduces the target's damage. But even better is that it's either a crowd control or a pull, depending on what you want it to be. So if I decide to do missions as a troll, as opposed to switching to DPS, that's the loadout I would go for. And nowadays, I don't use that loadout all that much because, as you saw, essentially I pretty much just use it if I'm within a character that will not need me to do all that much. Because essentially, with my group loadout, which is different, essentially I'm replacing triage with the power dump, which the name escapes me right now. And also, I'll replace the jets that do the bombardment with the group shield. Recharge. I know I would remember it at some point. So essentially, I replace the triage, the heal over time, with recharge, which allows me to give a bit extra power to my partner if he needs to. And I'll replace the bomber jets with the group shield. Also, I don't have a snap trap, meaning I can't do the infinite combos with this character. Like I can do some combos, but I won't be able to do it infinite.
Simon says, open up. Damn this barrier. Trigon's son is as infuriating as he is. Well, look at what the Wrath dragged in. I'm surprised you made it this far. Now, Simon says,
Not sure why I can't lock on Simon. Nope, doesn't work. Okay, now it works. I know I wasted some time figuring out why my powers won't quite work. So essentially, as a troll, I'll pretty much cycle through my debuffs, or I'll give power as needed. And the group shield, of course, is pretty essential. Especially a lot of DPSs have pretty much no survivability. So it sometimes it allows me to keep the DPS alive until the end of the fight, or at least long enough so that the boss is almost dead and I can pretty much finishing him off myself. He took the wrong tunnel, so to speak. Holy crap. It's been a while since I've seen someone activate the fire while we were right in there. I guess I should heal myself a bit. I just noticed we have to go all the way to the top.
They left me to die. Crows picking at my body. But soon, they will pay. Everyone will pay. Look, fresh food for my birds.
Guess our friend took the wrong door. Or did he? It happens quite often. Yeah, you went all the way down. Oh no, he didn't go all the way down. I wish I could have some shiny shoulder pads. But sadly, it wasn't meant to be. If there are any, I haven't seen them yet.
What? How did you get past my guards? My barriers? You will pay. I won't destroy just you. When I have my father's power, I will destroy everything you've ever loved. The world shall be mine. Like a gnat. That just makes me strong.
That went well. We probably would have time for maybe one more duo. Let's do the solo missions. We'll do the duo next time.
The Sentinels of Magic have identified the location where the recently abducted are being brought through the
24 marks of victory. I won't buy.
You can rescue some of them
Well,
if
let's
you
see
get
what's in the
to the
box. Helmet we can't use. Holiday sweater, why not? That's pretty much. That's pretty much it, sadly. So let's go save the citizens.
You dare interrupt their right.
How did I get here?
This place is like some sort of hell.
Ah, crap, I was trying to avoid that. Let's see if we can catch our friend before.
Those that you freed will be returned to their homes. Unfortunately, some of the abducted were already selected to join Jacob's disciples. We must spare them from this cruel fate.
So let us disrupt. There.
What was I doing? I'll be by Jacob's side. What did they do to me? Those poor souls can't catch a break. Abducted from their everyday lives and not only brought back to this terrible wasteland, then forced to join Jacob's cult. I want you to find the one in charge of the rites and stop their cruelty. With her defeat, we have a few moments to regroup. Come see me when you can.
So 1 down, 2 to go, and about 20 minutes left before reset. I guess we'll stick to